In today's video, we're going to cover the most efficient way to lay out your Golden Vale synthetic turf. It's more important to think about the turf based on linear footage than it is on square footage, because the maximum width of a roll of Golden Vale is 15 feet. And so in scenario number one, we have a turf area that is 70 feet long by 18 feet wide. Now, this can be laid out in a couple of different ways, but one thing that's important to understand is if you're laying out or you're designing an area like this, 18 feet is just beyond the 15-foot maximum roll width. So if you have flexibility in your design, you take that 15-foot maximum roll width into consideration, and maybe you're going to change this design to 14 feet or 14 and a half feet instead of 18, and then it's as simple as rolling out the turf across the entire span. You have very little cutting and no seaming. But if you're going to keep your turf area to be 70 feet long by 18 feet wide, and the square footage of that ends up being about 1,349 square feet. If you add a little extra, instead of 18, you're adding 6 inches to each side, so your dimension would be 71 by 19. You get 1,349 square feet, but you still have an extra 3 feet to cover. But in order to cover that extra 3 feet, you're going to need another full 15-foot roll. So you have to take your 1,349 times 2, and you get over 2,000 square feet to cover a 1,300 square foot area. Not terribly efficient. So option number 2 is going to be laying the turf in a different direction or perpendicular, and then you could take the 15-foot rolls, cover the 18-foot length, again with a little bit of extra, so you basically have a 15-foot wide area by 19 feet long, and you do that 5 times, that covers your 70 linear feet, and you have excess of about 5 feet on each side, because 5 times 15 is 75. If you do this, each 19 by 15 length of turf is 285 square feet times the 5 individual pieces, and you end up with 1,425 square feet. So in order to cover the 1,349 square feet, if you do it with the 4 additional seams with the 5 pieces of turf, you're only ordering about 100 or 75 to 100 extra square feet. And so the layout becomes much more efficient. So each time you do a design with Golden Vale synthetic turf, you have to keep that 15-foot width in mind and try to make the design the most efficient use of the turf possible.